Ladies and gentlemen and in-betweeners, I'm your host, Alexander Rodriguez. I just gave everybody here a heart attack. I'm so sorry. On the rocks for Celebrities and Cocktails Mix tonight, we got sass, we got class, we got the fabulous ladies of Yes, Virginia, the two-woman show here for the holidays. We have multiple Emmy nominee Mindy Sterling from the Goldbergs, Austin Powers, iCarly, Legend of Korra, and on and on and on. We have Broadway baby Arnetia Walker, who was the only actress to have played all three roles in Michael Bennett's Dreamgirls, was the original standby in The Wiz, appeared in the premiere of Two Gentlemen of Verona, not to mention her film and TV credits, and my guest co-host, my Jewish twin sister, writer, director, producer, Stan Zimmerman, who's responsible for some of your favorite episodes of Golden Girls, Gilmore Girls, and Roseanne. So raise a glass and let the show begin.
Thank you for being
Boulevard.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
I'd like to propose a toast.
This is On the Rocks with Alexander, coming at you from Sunset Gower Studios in the heart of Hollywood, where I drink with your favorite celebrities and we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, reality TV, and that's about it. So pop a cork, pour a glass, lean back, and enjoy On the Rocks every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Universal Broadcasting Network.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
It's always a bumpy night when Stan Zimmerman's in the house.
Oh, blame me, why don't you? Yes.
Buns and bows and pantyhose on the rocks, the place where we're too glam to give a damn. We are indeed your dream girls for tonight. Woo! Thank you to our sober listeners for tuning in. We love our sober listeners. Thank you for holding our hair back and driving us home. Drunk texting is literally the only sport that I'm good at, and I keep practicing. Hello to our listeners around the nation on iHeartRadio, Universal Broadcasting Network, Player FM, Stitcher, TuneIn, Satchel, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. Of course, we are on Facebook Live, Trendy Now in San Diego, True FM in Ohio, and nationally on the Rocks, Universal Broadcasting Network, and of course, Bear World Magazine. Check out my weekly movie news, celebrity interviews, and movie reviews on Bear World Magazine. Are we excited? Mary Poppins is coming back?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see the? Thank you. I can always depend on Mindy.
I like, the originals. So when and I understand why, I don't hear myself at all. I understand why.
And yet you're so loud for me.
I have to be. I don't hear me. I don't understand why they have to revamp something because I know it's like, it's a whole new generation. Blah, blah, blah. Can't the generation love Julie Andrews?
See, that's what I'm at. But the trailers look pretty good.
But it's not just a remake, isn't it? Telling another story.
It's a
with
sequel.
her?
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It's the sequel.
So
Well,
let
then
it live. Okay.
Shut my mouth.
Yeah, there you go.
But it looks like the original, though, like with the cartoon and all that. Meryl Streep is in it. Angela Lansbury is in it.
Oh, my God.
Dick Van Dyke is in it. He's playing the character he played in the first movie at the very end, the old man. He's playing that guy's grandson.
That's sweet.
As an old man.
And Mark
But
Shaman,
Mindy
Scott
Sterling
Whitman
and Arnetia Walker are not.
in it.
Oh, I would love an 11 o'clock number with you, too. Oh, yes.
Yes, Rockwell.
Yes.
There you go.
She's in shock at the show. She's like, what is happening?
How'd you get me into this, Stan? I hate you. I'm going back to.
She's saying no,
to
Virginia.
Maryland.
Maybe Virginia. I don't know.
Okay, wasn't Dick Van Dyke the chimney sweep?
Yes.
Yes.
in
Right, but at the
original.
end of the film, he also played the old man banker. He did a cameo as a different character where he sang that "Tuppence in the bank." Wop, wop,
I
wop.
don't remember that, really.
In the original, he was.
Yes.
I don't remember. I saw that 5.5 times.
Because he played
Was it
Bert,
first-
but then at
yes.
the end he played another character for fun, and at the credits his name gets all scattered, and it's Dick Van Dyke, and so he's playing that character's grandson. He's not playing Bert, the chimney sweep. Whatever happened to Bert, the chimney sweep? Mary Poppins says, "Thanks for flirting with me for 2 hours in a musical, fantasy,
get
and I'm peace
together?
out." No,
So he's not in it at all.
no.
All right.
Well, is Lin-Manuel in this?
Yes, so he plays a different character. I thought he was playing Bert.
That's what I
And
thought. No.
Disney is bringing rap into Mary Poppins. Lin-Manuel
All right.
is rapping it, girl.
All right.
And so does she go to a different family?
No, it's the kids growing up and they forgot how to be kids. Yeah, it's like Hook, but with Mary
But they're not
Mary
kids
Poppins
anymore because they're grown, right?
Right, and
So they
Emily
should
Mortimer
stay
is one of
grown.
them.
They should stay grown.
Yeah, but I guess they forgot to have fun, and then she plays
Oh.
with the kids. And Meryl Streep plays Mary Poppins' mom. She's called like Lulu Poppins or something.
Okay.
Wow, I know.
You know what? Whatever.
Oh yeah, see that's the character that Dick Van Dyke played
Oh, I don't know.
in the very first one.
Not at all.
Yes, yes.
Well, I
This
don't.
is news to me. Yes.
All right. Well, that's very nice.
I'm the harbinger of amazing news. Anyway, so I guess some of us are excited about Mary Poppins. I'm still going to see it. I'll see it 3
yes.
times. Yeah.
I'll watch the screener when it comes to my house. How about
No,
that?
I wait till everything comes to my place too.
Yeah.
Really?
Though I did see, recently, I did go out and see. What did I see? I forgot.
Just
Wow, that
make
must
it
have
up.
been a
Yeah.
great- yeah.
Yes, Virginia.
I'm drinking.
Go out
So
to
I
see that,
forgot.
You haven't seen a movie in Alexander style until they cut you off at the bar at the movie theater. I spent more time in the box office area than in the theater. I saw Crimes of Griswold.
What the hell?
That
is
was
that?
a crime. It was the Harry Potter
I don't
spinoff.
I don't need to know about that.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, for all of our audio listeners, you can check out the video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, the now trending net with all of our On the Rocks video streaming for free. Download the app on iPhone and Android today. My mom, Mama Rose, is in the chat room on ubnradio.com and Facebook. Ask her your questions. She will answer them. She's done her research. Please keep her busy. She's next to a bottle of vodka. I don't need her drunk
But is
Christmas
she
decorating.
Are people asking her questions, or is she asking us questions?
No. So people ask her the questions, and she's done research. So the stuff that she knows, and if not, then we're interrupted, and then we ask it on the air. Although, to be fair, this is a pre-record, just so you know, but my mom will be live in the chat room still. But keep her busy because she's by the vodka, and then she likes to Christmas decorate when she's tipsy. The last gingerbread people that she made look like the zombie apocalypse. I'm like, that is not a
Can
gingerbread
I just
man.
tell you how beautiful your mother
Yes,
is,
she
though?
is.
Oh.
I mean, she has such a beautiful soul and such a.
Well, that's
she's-
where he gets it from,
She's
yes.
so. No, he does not.
Oh my God.
And
We
she's-
see each other.
She's so. I mean, every time I see her, she's just lovely.
Oh, that's so nice. You can take her. She's available for the holidays. Please take her. Hello to our engineer, Kurt. Thank you so much, Kurt.
Kurt.
Do you have
Hi,
a
Kurt.
pun? Remember, we have really funny people here,
no,
so
here we
be
go.
on your best.
Yes.
I know. Poor Stan. This is his least favorite part of the show.
I'll cover my ears.
Yeah,
Go.
okay.
I
Go
always
ahead.
have puns for you guys. Did you realize I still have candy canes from last year's Christmas?
Why?
Why, indeed. Don't worry, they're still in mint condition.
No, you do not give yourself laughter.
Crickets, maybe. Yeah.
We have like top names here, Kurt. You can't be doing that. You cannot be
Kurt,
doing
you know
that.
what? You didn't even like that one.
Yeah.
I like that
No,
one. I
you
thought
did
I
not.
felt
Your-
it.
your
I felt
face.
it. Yeah, he was like, I
You
was
were
thinking-
embarrassed.
never.
Please, if he's not embarrassed by that outfit, he's not being embarrassed by that pun.
What's wrong with this
what's wrong with
outfit?
that? Cute.
He looks like a lesbian on an oil rig.
That's not a bad thing. Okay?
No, I'm kidding. Hello.
Okay.
Hello to my listeners and viewers. Like us on Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air, Facebook On The Rocks Radio Show. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like I said. Find us at OnTheRocksRadioshow.com. Everything that you want is there. Book me for a wedding, funeral, quinceañera, bris. I don't care. I will be there. Info at
Have you
OnTheRocksRadioshow.com.
been to a bris?
No.
Okay, there you go.
I don't think I could handle that. It's
Nobody's
too
gonna watch
traumatic.
you for the
I wouldn't go
breasts.
to my brother's
It's
kids
horrible.
one.
I just don't
that's
think
where
it's
I
like
draw
a
the
public
line.
thing. It's
No,
like, that's so weird.
I think
Although I
that's
saw
a
Knife
good
to the Heart, and then I learned a lot more about brisses than I wanted to know.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, God, thank God I'm Latino. Okay, my new national TV talk show, Glitter Bomb, is currently broadcasting to over 22 million homes. We were covered in People magazine, also listed on New Now Next as one of the shows to watch this fall. Tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where are we, you ask? We are on a different channel in every city. Go to latv.com/schedule to find out what channel we are, but we are nationwide. Take a look at what happened when Miss Mindy Sterling stopped by to do a little improv with us. Kurt, play the clip.
The camera, all right, and only look at each other when you feel like you're done, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you another topic. So what I want you to talk about is plumbing. Okay, my question to you is, my sink is clogged.
Your sink is really dirty because you party a lot.
I think a lot is one word.
Very dirty is Harry problem. Apparently our English is very broken. So clearly we're better hosts than we are in
No, I mean really, that is, first of all, you're much better than you think you are because you're listening. And it does get tricky. You're not used to it. And sometimes you don't want it. You want to try to make as much sense as possible. But believe me, this goes awry more times than not.
All right, that's just a little peek about Mindy's vision. You have to
She's
watch the whole.
brilliant.
She is
That
good.
woman is brilliant.
We had so much fun with you. Even the head of the network is like, do more, do more, do more. And we're going to be doing a whole digital launch of stuff. So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a little bit
More
more
of
of Miss
me?
Mindy.
Oh, Jesus.
yes.
All
Oh,
right.
yes. All right, join me at Flicks in San Diego, New Year's Eve, as I do a live countdown and a dance along with the top 25 videos from 2017. I didn't know they
When
were
is
still
this
doing.
happening?
New Year's Eve.
Well, will you bring me along?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Champagne, booze, and boys. Are you kidding me? And my usual audience participation.
Where is this?
Flicks Nightclub in San Diego. It's a
I'm there.
huge nightclub. It's so much fun.
I'll be your co-host.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
I gotta hit my own gig. here.
Arnetia and I will be doing something together. But she can't come over because I have kids.
So you can come over.
I'll come to you.
Yes. Oh, maybe we'll have an after party at Arnetia's.
There you go.
No. No.
Go to Now Trending Now to find out more information. Make a trip and come hang out, and maybe you'll see Stan Zimmerman. Let me formally introduce my bestie for the night, Steven. That was weird because I was putting the Z, whatever. My eyes are blurry. Stan Zimmerman got his big break as a ballet
Do I have
dancer.
to play the piano with my underwear down?
Can you? He sent me that clip. We're playing it
God
on the
bless
next
him.
show. Oh
Who's
Lord.
this? What?
Stephen Daler. He's guest co-hosting.
He's a sweetheart.
The next episode. He's a model, and he models all over the place. His face and other body parts are everywhere. But he's a musician. He's a very consummate piano
Very
player.
talented.
So he sent me a clip of his arrangement of "Christmas Time Is Here." He's playing it with half of his rear end sticking out.
But nothing on except little gym shorts.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. He put the ho in. Ho, ho, ho. Oh,
Do you
God.
have a clip of that?
We do. Actually, we're going to play it on the next show. Okay, anyways.
It's on a loop at my house. Yeah,
I'm sure it is. Stan got his big break, like I said, as a ballet dancer on Broadway, dancing behind Rudolph Nureyev and the Joffrey. Nureyev. Oh, already,
Jesus.
2
Do we
seconds
have
in.
any pictures of you dancing?
There's a blurry one, but it's so blurry that
Can we see it?
No. Okay.
He's in a dance belt.
Oh, let's
I still
see.
have
Clearly
that,
Jewish.
I still have that dance belt. How sad is that?
You do?
I do.
You can wear it as a necklace.
We need to get him.
As a bracelet, I think. Yes.
We need to get him drunk enough. I have to see him dance.
I know that material's
Just
out
a
there.
pot of beret.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, pot of beret.
Very good.
If you look closely, you can see Stan in such films as The Chosen, Zelig, and Risky Business. And along with his writing partner, James Berg, they've worked on so many television series, including, like we said, season 1 of The Golden Girls, Fame, Roseanne, Wanda at Large, and the highly successful 5th season of Gilmore Girls. Besides writing and producing many television plots, they rewrote the Emmy and Peabody and award-winning Annie for ABC, of course, with Kathy Bates, Kristen Chenoweth, Alan Cumming. They've also written for film, including both Brady Bunch movies, which was honored by American Cinematique.
Yes, it was.
There we go. They also created Skirt Chasers, a web series streaming on Tello Films. A comedy stars my good friend Elizabeth Keener, Barry Bostwick, and Meredith Baxter. They also directed, Stan directed, but they also wrote Sex and Execs, stars Sandra Bernhard, Olivia d'Abo, Parviz Chena, and of course Miss Mindy Sterling, who garnered an Emmy Award nomination.
Yes, we were there.
Currently, they were working on Silver Fox, and this is what happens at Stan Zimmerman's house. It was a reading with George Takei, Leslie Jordan, Bruce Valanche, Todd Sherry O'Terry, and Melissa Peterman.
Danielle Gaither.
Yeah, and that's just who's hanging at his house
sorry,
to read
where
new
was
material.
I?
Yeah, thank you. Where was I?
This is not good, Stan.
Remember,
It's all
I want to
coming
play
out and
the
I
gay
wasn't.
Coco that gets cut after
Now
the
you're
first
getting
episode.
me in trouble.
Yes.
If I don't cast Mindy in something, I get such shit for it. Yes.
Last year, Stan's benefit reading of Right Before I Go included Ellen Burstyn, Judith Light, Michael Cerveris, Alice Ripley, and Vanessa Williams.
Ellen Burstyn, Amber Tamblyn.
The list goes on and on and
crazy.
on.
And Mindy did this play in Orlando.
I was so jealous that I couldn't go with you guys. Not that I was invited, but you guys in Orlando, did you guys party?
No.
Yes, we did.
We did?
I don't mean at the buffet. I mean like at a
No,
nightclub.
we did not.
We had some cocktails.
Well, that's not a party.
Okay, yeah.
That's a Tuesday morning for Mindy Sterling. Most recently, Stan's production of The Diary of Anne Frank, featuring a Latin X-cast, was met with some controversy as a statement of today's political climate. This holiday season, you can catch a limited run of Stan's Yes, Virginia, based from Stan's own life, which we're going to talk about, at the Dory Theater, starring our guests for tonight, Mindy Sterling and Arnetia Walker. This is Arnetia's first time on the show. While attending New York's prestigious High School of the Performing Arts, she was cast in her Broadway debut at the age of 16.
Yes!
She was 16 going on Dream Girls. But you did that with Hal Linden, right?
Yeah,
At
Hal
16.
Linden and Zora Lampert, Franny Sternhagen, Bill Atherton.
Some people. Yeah.
So
Directed
crazy.
by Alan Schneider.
Well, and at 16, like from high school, God, your high school, if anybody bullied you in high school, they were sorry for it. They're like, oh, there she goes being famous. She went on to stand in for Stephanie Mills as Dorothy in the original Broadway run of The Wiz. In 1987, she starred in the Broadway revival of Dreamgirls and eventually earned the distinction of playing all 3 roles. Girl, she was telling us all she was not going. She was not going anywhere. Her films include For the Love of the Game, Love Crime, Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, which we actually have a picture of you behind Dom DeLuise. She also appeared in HBO movie Cast a Deadly Spell, starring Fred Ward. Worked extensively in television, including as a series regular in ABC sitcom The Big House, Campy, NBC sitcom Nurses, and a guest star in Living Single, Midnight Caller, Everybody Loves Raymond, City of Angels, Touched by an Angel, The Steve Harvey Show, Just Shoot Me, NYPD Blue.
Jeez.
Please welcome Arnetia Walker.
Yes.
And returning to the show for her.
Oh my
I think
God,
you
just
have
say
the record.
Mindy.
I think you and Stan are tied now for the record. No, you have
more,
a couple
yeah.
more.
For guests?
For reoccurring here on the Rocks. One of the funniest and nicest women in the industry, my gal pal Mindy Sterling is a multiple Emmy nominee and has saturated screens big and small with roles in practically every TV show: Life in Pieces, Desperate Housewives, iCarly, That's So Raven, Friends, A Series of Unfortunate Events, The Goldbergs, Grace and Frankie, Black-ish, with voice work on The Wild Thornberrys, Legend of Korra, Scooby-Doo, Ice Age, and many, many more. Of course, we love her films: Austin Powers, Drop Dead Gorgeous, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Reno 911, and the web series Con Man, and of course, Sex and Execs, written and directed by Stan Zimmerman. She's a proud member of the Groundlings and a cancer survivor who raises thousands and thousands of dollars every year for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, being named Woman of the Year. Please welcome Mindy Sterling.
Wait, did you use the word saturated?
Yes.
She's saturated.
I saturated
it just
everything.
You've
takes
never heard
every,
that before.
because it just
Saturated.
takes every inch and all this. It owns it, girl. You own it.
Well, isn't that sweet?
Even to the point it was a Centrum commercial. I'm like, oh my God, that's Mindy Sterling. I'm like, do you ever sleep?
Well, it looks like I'm very busy, but I'm not.
I'm excited for your upcoming role in Smelf, which is one of my favorite new shows.
I play a lesbian
Oh,
masseuse.
there you go.
It's so funny because when you posted that picture from set, I said it looked like Stan Zimmerman.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
It looked just like him, even the look and like the hair flop.
See what happens? We've worked together so many times, and now
Yes,
we're
we
taking
started,
each other's
yes. No, that's
It's
personalities.
like a married couple.
That
yeah.
was
We
her
are.
making me look like that. I would never have chosen that look.
So did you go back to our weekend at Dinah Shore?
No, I didn't.
You didn't use any of that as
No,
in
I'm
your
not
acting?
I'm not going back there. For
I
a long
had
time.
I had her dancing on a table at Dinah Shore weekend.
completely
Clothed, yes.
And
I have the
yes.
video.
I bet you were very
I
popular.
should send it over
I was
to
very
you.
popular.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody was hitting on me. They just liked me.
Well, they weren't hitting on me either. Okay, so there you go. Yes.
Oh, what fun. But let's talk about Yes, Virginia. Stan, so this is actually based...
On my mother and my longtime housekeeper, Virginia. Crazy, right? And growing up in Michigan. And my mother was experiencing the beginnings of dementia and living in her house in Santa Barbara. And we were trying to get her to move to not live alone. And she said to me, well, if Virginia were still alive, we could come take care of each other. And I thought, well, she's dead, so that's not possible. But then I thought, that's a play. And so I started writing with Christian McLaughlin, and we did some workshops of it, and we did it a year and a half ago at a small little teeny tiny stamp book of a theater. Yes, theater. And now we're bringing it back in a much bigger space on a real stage from December 7th to the 30th. So it's a great holiday show to bring your family to at the Dory Theater, the Complex, brownpapertickets.com.
Well, I have to tell you, I've seen so much of your work, and it's always about bigger than life characters, and so this was something that I got to see that had a real subtlety to it. And I've known you for years,
Yes.
but we're all so busy. Like, I don't really know. Like, I didn't know that about
Your
you.
mother?
Yeah,
Yes.
and so this piece to me had some really intimate moments, and I learned more about you, and it was such a great experience. It's two people on stage for the whole show, and it's everything that you could want. It's the comedy.
It's very funny, but it has a Golden Girls kind of feel to it. So people should come knowing you're going to laugh, but there is obviously some tenderness and realness. And I work through a lot instead of paying for therapy. I work through it on stage, and I talk about my brother's death 5 years ago in a motel room from a heart attack, and different experiences. The lights went out. Okay.
So this studio is haunted. I'm not kidding you.
I love it.
And we have spirits come say hi all the time. I wonder.
Well, they did. Maybe
Yeah.
They're letting us know they're coming to
it's
the show.
it's the Estelle Getty ghost.
Yeah.
Did you do Nurses here? You don't even remember. So Nurses was a spin-off of Empty Nest, which was a
spin-off
of Golden Girls.
I watched Nurses.
Maybe it was
And
here.
you had
Yeah, it
Betty
was
White and Rue McClanahan on your show.
We have a picture of
Yes.
you and Betty White on set.
crazy
It's
is
one of the
that?
black and white ones, Kurt.
Yes.
But I don't think it was here because we were in the old I Love Lucy studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
on Paramount.
There's a
then.
picture.
Yes,
There's
okay.
a picture of you and Betty White on the set of Nurses.
Yeah.
With her
Betty.
George Washington hair.
is that the
that
one
was
you
the
were
one
talking about?
joke they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let it go through. We made a
Why?
joke
Betty.
about that her hair looked like George Washington.
Why?
And
What's
for
wrong
some
with
reason,
that?
I think it was kind of funny, but they did not want it, so it was cut from the show.
Oh,
There you go.
Betty.
Now, Stan, why do you work on small theater pieces?
Because they haven't hired me on Broadway yet. So the whole goal is I want to change the landscape of LA theater. And it's bringing wonderful actors like these two people to smaller spaces, but also to workshop them and then hopefully to grow them to move them on to bigger spaces. And I feel like something like this, it's 2 characters, 1 set, an hour and 20 minutes. It will be seen all over the world and hopefully in New York and then
All over the world.
all over the world. Why not? I mean, people
New
are,
Zealand?
you want to go to New Zealand? Let's do
Sure.
it.
The food's terrible.
Oh, is it?
Really?
It's like whale
I
blubber and
wanna go
fermented
to-
cheese.
I want to go to Australia. That's on my bucket list.
I would too.
I just got back from Budapest.
Yes, you did. How was
I
that, by the
did.
way?
Crazy, wonderful, fantastic. I did not get jet lag, which if I drop my head on the table now, it's that. But I spent a week there helping them develop a new sitcom in Hungarian. I don't speak Hungarian. I know.
And how do they get like?
So they saw
the comedy timing is so different in every country. Have you
It
watched
is.
like a Spanish
don't-
comedy?
I
It's
have
not too funny.
Yeah. Well, they have no sitcoms, original sitcoms in Hungary, so they're just starting to do original content. And they found me because I had gone to Moscow to develop a Russian Roseanne show.
Yeah.
I don't talk this fast until I'm on the show with you, and I have to keep.
we
I have
got so
to
much
keep
to
pace
cover,
with.
yeah.
But I have to keep pace with you. So that's where they
I can't
found
keep
me.
my eyes off of this screen.
It's just
Because he
fantastic.
keeps putting up pictures. I'm so intrigued.
But
All
these
right.
ring lights.
Russian Roseanne. Well, now Roseanne can do it in Russia, so she's not
She's
busy.
available. Yeah. How do you feel about the Connors?
I haven't seen it. I didn't
Oh,
watch
there you go.
Roseanne, and I still feel even watching the Connors. It's it's still
It's a
supporting.
sitcom.
I miss her and I miss her voice. And unfortunately, I was a proponent to. I felt the show could keep going because they had such great actors.
Well,
but there's no point of
there
view
needs
yet.
to
It's
for
like Golden
me.
Palace. We loved the characters.
No,
it just
it's better
didn't
than
work.
that.
But you need Lori Metcalf.
Metcalf, yes.
She's incredible. So they need to.
But they keep just making her kooky and crazy.
But
and
they
she's
need
such
to
a
put
great-
her. They need
give
to make her
yes,
more.
yes, a real
give
person.
her more.
Yes, and they
substantial
can, and they
information.
can,
Yeah,
and they can.
I think they're just figuring out this all
Yeah,
happens
it
so
takes-
quickly.
Yeah,
And yes.
it takes time sometimes.
Now, as actresses, what makes you say yes to a project? And Mindy, you're returning to this character, so I don't know.
What character?
For
this?
Denise, this play. Hello. Yeah.
Did you forget the whole thing?
Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I'm a little loopy. I have the worst memory. Stan had asked me several. I guess he wanted to do it last year during Christmas, and that didn't. We just couldn't get that together. And he kept saying that if I want to do it again, I want to do it again around the Christmas time. Would you want to do it? And I loved this. I mean, it was hard for me. It's challenging for me. I complain like nobody's business. It's who I am, and but in the end, I just want to do good work. And so when he told me that Arnetia was going to do it.
You said Arnetia who?
Yeah, I said, let me look her up. and I just was like, oh God, I don't know. This is going to be hard because I worked with somebody else and I had this rapport, blah, 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 blah. And I love her. And so I'm like, really, and I'm like in awe of her. So until I come down from that cloud.
But you won't. But what's so great
During Tech Week, she'll be like, forget it.
yeah.
Tech Day. We don't get a Tech Week.
Oh, she's so.
But you see Mindy in spurts and things and little things. And what's so great about this is you get to spend an hour and 20 minutes with a full character. So funny and so emotional in all these dimensions. And that's what's so great is I know her as such a great actor. And
Yeah.
but I want the world to know that as well. And she gets to do this and you get to experience up close. And that's what I love about theater.
Well, and I also love the fact that it's not all line joke.
Right,
That
exactly.
we can take time. We can be motivated more about. We can, there's stuff going on, and this relationship is so important, and it's so universal. And I think that that's saying a lot in terms of, how they take care of each other. And, as we're getting older, and, it scares the shit out of, can I say that?
Yeah, of course.
The shit out of me that, the dementia and Alzheimer's is not too far from if that happens. So it is having, I love women relationships. I love how women take care of one another. I think that there's nothing better.
And to be fair, it is pretty heavy. I mean, there's comedic moments, but the subject is heavy. But it's also heavy to carry a show where it's just the two of you on stage, page after page after page. And having seen the show...
Don't say that too much to Mindy. Yeah.
Well, but but it's like, it's this. Once it starts, there is no stopping it. And even that to itself has a lot of weight. And Arnetia, coming to this kind of space and, obviously having toured all over the place with Dreamgirls and being on Broadway and some of the huge scope shows, coming to something like this where it's like, it brings everything to like right here, because literally sitting in that theater, you're going to be able to smell the person in the last row. It's a whole different scope of show.
Yeah, but you know what? Everything begins with the written word. And from the moment I read this play, I fell in love with it. And I think I even asked Stan, how do you know these women? How do you, these voices are, so real. And also at first when I read it, I was like, okay, here's another Jewish guy gonna write for, how he thinks a black woman. And it's totally not. Totally not. He knows this person. And I told him yesterday, I said, doing this character is like putting on a warm sweater, So, yeah, everything begins with the written word. And I absolutely love this play. And Mindy just said something very important about these two women taking care of each other. And I think that in our society now, we need to relearn to do that, to take care of each other, because I don't know what's going on, but...
And also,
but that's a really good point. It's
the
not
world
just
is so polarized right now.
Yeah.
And to have two women that are from such different worlds, how can you come together and how can we take care of each other? And I think that's the next phase, because right now it is everyone on their sides and not meeting in the middle. How can we meet in the middle to solve issues like immigration and gun control? We have to find solutions. That's why we pick people in government to solve our problems, not to stand on sides.
Well, and that's on the political side, but on a social side, all the studies coming out, cultures used to take care of the elderly, from the Asian cultures to the Latino cultures. That was just part of what you did. There was always the grandparents in the house, and you just took care of them until the day they died. Now, because of the economic situation, even when people get older, they still can't take care of their parents because they can't even take care of themselves, even at an older age. And also culturally, people have become a little bit more self-centered, and they don't respect culture and tradition that much. So they're putting, old people are on their own, and they're not being taken care of, even on that level. And then on top of that, you have all this political stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Arnetia, being on Broadway at such a young age, how do you think? How is that a benefit in shaping your overall professional approach to being on a show, doing 8 shows out of a week? What were some of the obstacles, though, as well?
Well, I mean, my biggest obstacle starting off so young was that I was still in high school. I did my first show when I was 16. I was attending the High School of Performing Arts, and they had
Play fame now.
A steadfast rule that you could not work professionally and go to school. So when I got the role, it wasn't even a role. You know what I was? I was like a
girl in the hallway.
What do they call
it was like a Greek chorus. Oh. There were like 3 of us, and we would sing. The action would stop. and then we'd come on stage and sing a song about, it lasted like.
No one does that play anymore.
3
Could it be
days.
done now? What do you think? I'm just thinking maybe.
Well, not the way they did it, because
Okay.
we the closing night notice went up on opening
really?
night. Yeah. That
Oh
one
my
was pretty
God.
So
bad.
the woman that
And
were
it's a
raising in the
16-year-old.
sun
Yeah.
wrote that
No.
script.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
love
yeah.
to read it.
Yeah.
Now, as a 16-year-old, when it's like, wow, I'm on Broadway, and then to have the rehearsals and all that, and that excitement, and then to get that notice, I mean, you learned right off the bat, well, this is what happens in careers. We have ups and we have lows.
Well, I was done. I was like, that's it. And then the next week, I got a call to go audition for Two Gentlemen Verona. I was, so there I was.
And it had already opened at the public?
Oh
At
yeah,
the-
it had already.
So it was a big deal then, yeah?
Oh yeah, it was a star. It had already won the Tonys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you had asked me how that prepares me. Well, stage is it. You know what I mean? As far as if you can do stage, you can do anything, because there's no cut. Let's do it again. It's like the curtain goes up and.
And plus that schedule, it's kind of lonely because you can't do normal person things. You don't really have a day off. Even your day off, it has to be vocal rest and doing.
I always think about that when I
Yeah.
go and I hear, in Broadway, because Broadway it's like a full-time job. I mean, you're getting paid a lovely. But how do you? It's true. It's not like I can do the show at night and then I have this lovely day that I can go do this. You're sleeping because after the
take
show
care of
is
yourself.
over,
Yeah.
you're out. You're
Yes.
eating.
Yes.
You don't have to go out and drink,
No, but you're coming.
But even as a singer, you really can't.
Yes,
You're
yes.
too up. You're too up to
so
go
you have to
sleep.
come down. I mean, I know when I do a groundling show, when I do improv, and I'm done at 10, and everybody goes, "How do you calm down?" And I go, "I drive home, and by the time I get home, I'm in bed." So it's just different, But it's how do you what your lifestyle for let's say you're on for a year. Or even when you're traveling, how do you do
I
that?
did Dreamgirls for like 8 years of my life, different companies, but yeah, they have this is a line in Dreamgirls that says a star is a slave. When you do 8 shows a week, and I was doing musicals, you really have to rest.
Preserve your voice.
You have to preserve
Can't talk,
your voice.
right? Mm-hmm. So you really have no daytime life.
And you can't really hang out with your friends because you're working every night and then you're sleeping when, or on the weekends you're doing shows the whole time.
Yeah, but
And
the
yet
cast becomes your family.
Right. Which sometimes works well. Sometimes I've been in
But-
some shows where it's like, woo!
But let me.
Well, he's a really good singer, by the way.
Yes, he is a good
so
singer.
you
Thank
two,
you.
you two
we
should
did
do
something
it.
together.
Do
Yes.
Do
You
a
know that-
duet. You two and Arnetia should do. What could you do?
Yeah.
You could
Okay,
sing
well,
a
I could
do
song.
anything.
What could you sing together?
I don't know. Would you know?
What
anything?
song? What, come on. let's
Like
do
now?
it.
Don't do
Yeah,
that to them. No,
why
don't
not?
do that
Dance
to
for
them.
grandma. Come on.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I do have I have a question, and now I probably have forgotten it. So what happens when you have a family?
I had a very long career before I met my husband.
Okay.
I met my husband when I was 38 years old. I had resigned myself that I would never be married. I'd never have children. And then
I hear you.
all of a sudden, so guys, there's hope.
Oh my God! Look at us.
I can't stand kids, so I'm good. And
Sign the kids.
But
part,
you like
yes.
Max.
No, you weren't talking
Yeah, I
about.
love
You
Max.
were talking about
Yeah.
to have that special someone.
But that's also an understanding of what you can do. So many people become parents, and it's like that's not their priority. And I mean, you knew where you were. And I know growing up, your parenthood system wasn't really there for you.
Yeah, no, I was an orphan. My mom died when I was a baby, and I never knew my dad. So literally, I'd say the early part of my life, I was homeless. I would live with friends or.
Did you ever try to find him?
I don't know who he is.
You have no
I
information.
have no idea. And, I was born at home. I was delivered by a midwife. So there is
There's no records, nothing.
records.
Wow.
Yeah, we're talking deep South.
Wow.
And the waning days of Jim Crow. So,
But you, however you were raised, whatever is in your genes, you have been raised, so with such honesty and with such dignity. Like you are such an incredible lady. I mean, for the very brief time
They
that
just
I've
met out today in
no,
the
literally.
lobby. Yeah.
Because we had lunch together and
Yeah,
we
we
talked
had
and we
lunch.
shared. And anybody that talks about their child, because I'm all about my child, anybody that talks about their child and their family before the business, to me, is like my kind of person. So no, but you know what I mean. However you were raised, in spite of what you maybe missed. And maybe it was a good thing. You are so grounded and so.
But do you think it comes from within who you are, or from the people that held you?
I think we are who we are going to be when we
Inside.
come here.
And I had this question roundabout
Yeah,
in that
sure
way.
you did.
No. It's like without that kind of base, where do you get that courage to be, okay, I'm going to do the show at 16 and I'm going to keep in the business? You don't have that support to be like, I got the part, or God, I'm having a really rough day. I sure could use a day at home with parents or
who?
something like that. Right.
I mean, I learned early on that it was up to me. If I didn't do it, no one was going to do it for me.
Well, she also didn't, and I guess when you're raised and you don't have the comfort of a family and the comfort of, I find myself, telling my son, "Oh, I'll do that for you. I did it." You do. You're like, well, I guess I gotta do it by myself because nobody else gonna do it. Yeah.
But think how you rely on your mother as a
Yes.
rock. To
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
this is what's
I
going on.
can't even imagine.
I know.
See,
So-
so then
Think of
we
it,
get
yeah.
codependent
Yes.
on people, and she didn't have that. So then you get this strong woman, but she could have also been a druggie. She chose not to.
And
Well,
that's
she
what
could have
I
been
said.
an alcoholic.
You know what?
She
That's
chose not
funny
to.
that she said that, because people used to tell me that. Wow, you could have been
I know.
an alcoholic or a drug addict or a prostitute. And I'd say, yeah, but I could have been a queen or a princess.
And you're like, music is my addiction, okay?
I mean, it's
So
like...
maybe her mom, who you don't really, but maybe there was something in your mom that she was this fighter. She was this, she had this energy. I mean, who knows? That's why we always say, they came from that kind of a family. But those are choices that you make. You can turn it around. Some people, I don't think physically and psychologically can. But some people are meant to.
Well,
And here's another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that this isn't who we are. Our bodies are not who we are, and our spirits live. I think that my mother would visit me in a dream. Like when I was a little kid, I'd always have the same dream. I'd be sitting around a water fountain, and every time I would meet, like if I had the dream tonight, you guys might be, sitting there with me, and I'd start to sing, and then the people around the water fountain would say, "Oh, shut up, nobody wants to hear that, shut up." But my mother would be sitting there, and she'd say, "That's my baby, let my baby
Wow,
sing."
that's a gift.
And whenever
That's
I
it,
would
yes.
hear that, I would just be at peace.
Because she's
I
there
haven't
with you.
remembered that in, oh my
But-
God.
And what would you be singing? And I'm
Anything.
telling you, I'm not going.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
But she's there. You know what I mean? There's some. It's like we all have a guardian angel.
Well, and I do believe that our bodies are not really who we are. I'm a 21-year-old model. And I'm gorgeous.
I thought you looked familiar.
Yeah.
Those fitness models.
There's about 421 models in this. But I want to do a little blast from the
There's
past.
so many jokes I could make.
I
with
know,
that
I
one.
know.
I'm just gonna
this is a
lock
little
my
blast from
mouth.
the past. We're going to take a little peek at Dreamgirls. This was filmed for NBC, and
you
this
in
is
this?
What?
Well,
you in
yes,
this?
of course she's in it.
I don't know that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kurt.
Oh my god. Oh my. What is this?
Let's see if you can recognize who I am.
Look at this entrance. You guys, look at this entrance.
Oh my, that's you?
Well, which one?
Oh my god.
See.
Which one is you?
I believe you're on the farthest.
Left?
Yes, our left.
That you?
That's me.
Yes, there she is. Look at that entrance. Beyonce was like, damn.
Who's the one in the middle?
That's Linda Leilani Brown and Deborah Burrell.
Is that an entrance or is that an entrance?
Oh my fucking God.
I think I'd sing a little of And I'm Telling You on this.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's Arnetia.
Oh, here it comes.
Because this is a mashup medley.
That's her. Is that you? Oh my God.
Yeah. And look, singing while they're moving her around on stage, by the way.
Oh, I chills.
Yes. The whole mashup is actually on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Look it up. You guys have to watch the whole thing. So, Arnetia, playing all three parts in
love
Dreamgirls,
this.
how as an actor did you come back to, especially because you had done the show for so many years, how were you able to approach it from a whole different point of view?
Because each dream is a different person.
Oh, I love that. So simple in that statement, but it means...
That makes sense,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
I mean, when I was little, I used to entertain myself by pretending to be, my favorite pretend was that I was a princess, but pretending to be other people. So, yeah, once I can understand, that's why I asked you the other day if you had a picture
I don't.
of
The character of Virginia.
Virginia,
Yeah,
so,
to make that-
bring me closer to her or her closer to, Yeah, you just imagine what that person is like, but a lot of it is written on the page. And that's
The
why I
script
have
is very good.
such reverence for people
That's awesome.
that can, to be able to pull something out of nothing and make it, live and breathe and touch other people, that's the magic.
Well, and you're learning about writing, too. Aren't you studying part-time?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I went back to
She's still in school right now.
That's so awesome. It's like,
She's not really in Los Angeles. She's at school.
Well, I went back to. I'm a film
was I not
major
supposed to say?
at American University. I've been going for this degree like 8 years.
But I love that, though.
you know,
I love that so much.
I have to.
She's doing it
stop
while she's here.
Yeah, she's going to do
sometimes
some
and
Skype
work.
classes.
Yeah, she gets 5:30 in the morning. She has to get up and do that
Skype.
stuff.
Yeah. Thanks,
Tomorrow.
Stan.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You can do it.
But you're really getting to learn about like the fundamentals of what that takes and putting like the images. I think you have really vibrant images in your mind, and now being able to put them into words. Like I can't wait to read your memoirs.
Is that what you want to do with it? Is to write or?
Yeah,
what do
I
you
want to
do?
write. I want to direct. I want to do.
Don't take my job away from me.
But I want to do what you're doing.
Okay.
Like, I have such creative ideas. And I was telling Mindy earlier when I was here before, like years ago, I'd try and convince my agents to, get behind me and here's a treatment for this and they yes, but you're an actress. And
But that's
I'm so
totally
much more.
changed now.
changed.
It's
It's a
totally
different world.
changed.
Yes, it
And now
has.
you can't, that's not even a benefit anymore. It's almost a necessity. You have to know how to write. You have to know how to do quick edits for your Instagram, for your own little web series. You have to know how to market.
Help her with the Instagram.
Yeah, we need to bring you on Instagram.
Instagram's nothing. You just put a goddamn picture.
You're
in.
really doing a good job,
I
Mindy.
did join.
What's
So you have to,
what's your name on it?
I don't know, maybe Arnetia Walker.
Oh, that's original.
Mine is Mindy Stir.
Yes,
God.
right.
What? People go on it.
Yes,
They
they
do.
do.
But I don't do the stories. They're too fast.
The stories I don't like because
I just started
I
the
need
stories,
control.
but people watch those stories.
They do,
Oh
but
my
I need more
God.
control. I don't want you waving around a live camera. You know me and my mouth. Like, it's just not a good
Well,
idea.
you can do pictures. Start with pictures.
I
and
do
then,
pictures on stories. Mindy, I want to talk to you about changes in the industry. It's no joke that you have done so many major shows for such a period of time. And I know we've had offline conversations about your guest spots. You guest spot like you did Life in Pieces, series of unfortunate events. Blackish, Desperate Housewives. I mean, you were even on Friends. You were on Joey, the spinoff. But such different genres to like iCarly and Legend of Korra. How has the industry changed the most in being a
Curb Your
guest star?
Enthusiasm.
No, that was her and
No, Curb.
No, this
Doug
is
Jones.
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
Oh, but you've done Curb.
I did do
Yeah.
Curb. Oh, this was Grace and Frankie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a treat.
What was that set like?
Lily's
Well-
coming to the play, by the way.
What day?
We'll see.
Yeah,
He won't tell me on purpose.
No, he doesn't know because she didn't last time. It was. Well, I was like, my heart was just like racing, and so they throw us into just rehearse, and Jane Fonda is she's that character. She's very all right. Let's go. Let's do it. And it's like, hi, how are you? And Lily the whole time because I had met
You were
her.
texting me.
Lily the whole time is looking at me like. She was just like, and I've been told many a time that I resemble Lily Tomlin.
Oh, I could like a
Nothing-
sister. I could see
Nothing
that.
was ever said. Nothing. She never.
When
Nobody
she
ever
made
said
that
anything.
face.
Any on the set. But she does this smile to me, and then we get up and we do the scene, and she still does that smile to me, and and Jane is she's all business,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but she's like, you can't stop staring at her. She's
Her
gorgeous.
eyes.
Yeah.
The color of her eyes are
But her
beautiful.
presence, I've met. I
I mean,
have
her body.
hung
I
out
mean,
with her.
she
But
takes such
did.
incredible care of herself. But but it was really funny because there was one moment where I was talking to them. I mean, and in my mind, as I'm doing my scene, all I'm saying is, "Oh my God, it's Jane Fonda, and it's Lily Tomlin," and I'm talking to them. Oh my God. And so she says. She said there's a line in there and I say something. So Lily goes to hug me like it wasn't in the blocking or anything. And Jane's like, they cut and Jane said, you blocked me when you hugged her. She goes, oh, but I know, but it was just I felt like then. She goes, well, you blocked me, and and then I'm sitting there, we're waiting. It's like they were setting something up, and I'm sitting there, and I didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to sit with them and listen to them. And Jane's got a desk, and she's got two assistants, and she's on the phone, and I hear her say. To her daughter, hey, yeah. So, oh God, now I can't think of his name. So Robert can't make it. Robert Redford.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm listening. I'm just going, oh my God. It was, when you're working with these iconic women.
that's Instagram. They found your profile.
It's pretty exciting. So
That's
that was
cute to
really
hear because you have co-starred with so many greats. You yourself are obviously on that level. So it's cute for me to hear that you get a little starstruck and that you still get nervous on set.
I definitely get that way over people, and I try to maintain. I think we all do, but there are people that you grew up. I mean, Lily Tomlin, my God, and Jane Fonda. I mean, how do you don't walk into that going, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
You just don't get it together. You're like, I'm like, hi.
But then I wrote Lily after. I said, "Oh, you just worked with Mindy Sterling. I love her." She wrote back right away.
Oh,
And
really?
she
What was her
loved-
email address?
I'll send you a copy of it. And she loved working with Mindy.
Everybody loves Mindy.
Yeah. So, and I sent that to you.
You guys are going to be on fire on stage. Like it's just
Oh
going to
my
be
gosh.
out of control.
Wait till you see the two of
Everybody
them.
loves Minzy.
That's your TV show, yes.
Mindy, I want to take a peek. I love your stint on the Goldbergs. You ladies have such great chemistry. I want to take a look at an upcoming episode.
Oh, is it upcoming?
Go ahead, Kurt.
I think it's tomorrow
I just love
night.
having our fancy brunch in your fancy living room, Beverly.
Oh, you're so sweet to call it fancy, Essie, but it is so fancy.
Why are there stickers on everything?
Oh, my sweet Adam and Erica just can't wait to claim which of my heirlooms they want to display for their friends and family one day.
Then why is everything stickered for Barry?
What? Erica, Adam, living room, now! Are you trying to dish off your inheritance to your brother? What? No! How could you not want anything in this room? Linda is sitting on a Queen Anne-style wingback chair, for crying out loud.
It's very posh.
Oh, then it's settled. Linda gets the chair.
I don't want the chair. Sticker says otherwise. Enjoy the chair, m'lady.
Check out the Goldbergs. You guys have such great chemistry.
It is one of the most fun shows I have ever done because I know these ladies. So when we get together, it's like, and the way they run it, and it is. I'm.
Did you have to audition, or because you knew Wendy, right?
I did not.
It was an
offered
offer
it.
only. Yeah.
Which I was a gift. I think we were all offered it because Stephanie and Jennifer was a writer.
Oh, I didn't know
and she had
that.
played that character previously, but I think that they wanted to bring some friends for Wendy. So, and I know Wendy from the Groundlings too. So it was and still is a delight. I think I'm doing another one sometime this month. So.
Yeah, well, you guys were a big hit and
Heat?
still
Big
Heat.
heat. Yeah, the big heat. Oh, yeah, the big heat.
All right, you guys, we're going to play a little rapid fire.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord,
My favorite
what's
part
that?
of this.
Yes.
Blame.
Get ready. Get ready.
Yes. Who wants to? It's very simple questions. Who wants to go first?
How about the improv queen?
I'll go
Mindy
first.
Okay,
Sterling.
Mindy, a Broadway musical you would love to do the revival of, because you also come from a musical theater background.
Well, I did Gypsy. I played Dainty June.
Yeah, don't play that part.
Yes, it could be
Dainty
Gypsy Part
June.
2.
Dainty June. Yeah. No, I would love to do. Oh my God, I would love to do Rose.
Oh, I could totally see that too, because it would be such a play on
Wow.
character to have small in stature with this huge personality and this go-getter, roll up your
I think it'd
sleeves
be
type.
very good.
I think I think so too. Your dressing room must-haves.
Water, a toilet.
No, but like personal stuff. He's like, oh, I never go to a set without a picture of Max or
none of that. None of that. Just a window.
See, I wouldn't want a window. I'd want people peeking in to see what I do when I'm
No, but
in between.
it gets to
stuff.
be. It's a little. I get a little. It depends. It needs to be big. It needs to be big. I had a dressing room for something I did, and I mean it was really, really tiny. And I said, "Oh, I'm not going to hang out in that." So it has to be at least some. But yeah, I'm pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. One character you would love the chance to go back and revisit.
Like of my characters.
Yeah.
Oh, Frau.
Yes. Yes.
I hope he does another one.
You will. You'll do it again.
Yeah. One character you're okay with saying goodbye to, never going back to that character. You're like, not my favorite.
Oh Jesus.
Bro.
Who? Frau? No, I'm sure there's someone. I can't think of it right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
PC answer. Biggest pet peeve on set as an actress.
Oh Lordy. Biggest pet peeve. When there is nothing good to eat at craft services.
I knew she was
and
gonna
it's all
say that.
crap. It's all crap, and I'm like looking for, something healthy, and there is nothing.
Huh. Okay. That's not that much. That's not that big of a pet peeve.
I'm sure there's other things, but I cannot. I can make things up on the spot, but I can't be truthful on the spot.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's true.
Mindy, tell our viewers and listeners where they can find you.
Okay, so on Twitter, I am Ms. Mindy Sterling, and on Instagram, I'm Mindy Stir.
Yes. Oh, why don't we give a pause? Yeah. All right, Arnetia, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay.
They're going to be different.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. If you could go back in time and star in any Broadway musical as a male lead, which one would it be?
As a male lead. Man of La Mancha.
Yes. Oh, I could see that.
Is that what you
Impossible
said?
Dream. You would
Yes.
tear that song apart. I'd be your Sancho Pancho, whatever his name is. Yes. That could be a duet.
There you go. Okay.
You can only play one dream girl lead role for the rest of your life. Which character have you chosen?
Laurel.
Yeah.
Why Laurel?
Yeah, that's
Because she is
Funny.
Yeah, the underdog. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
interesting.
Oh, thank you for the help.
One
Will you
audition.
help me, please?
One audition song that you never want to hear ever again in any audition room, whether it was your own audition song or somebody else's audition song.
I'm telling you.
No, I don't hear that a lot.
Okay.
But oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what is it that everybody auditions with? I guess it depends on what the show is,
It
right?
depends on what the show is.
But if it's not a particular show, and they just want to hear your voice, what would you go for?
What's your go-to song?
My go-to song.
Everything's coming up roses.
No.
You could do Gypsy too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
You want all my love and my devotion.
Ooh, that's
Keep
a
going.
free concert.
You
yeah.
want my love and soul. right on the line.
Woo!
Well, and you guys, I have a treat for you. As we leave the show, we are going to listen to Arnetia with
Wait,
some
can I just tell you one thing?
Yeah.
One thing.
Well, we're not done yet, but yeah.
When I used to audition, for stuff, my mother wanted me to sing. When men say I'm cute and funny, and my teeth aren't teeth but pearls.
Oh, I could. Yes, of course.
My mother always wanted me to.
I used to sing that too.
Oh, I enjoy being a girl too. Arnetia, your biggest onstage mishap.
Ooh, forgetting my lines.
Was it in Dreamgirls after doing it like 8 years?
No, it was in Ma Rainey.
Oh.
And I was in the middle of telling somebody off. And
Stop telling somebody off.
Yeah. Your after show ritual, after a musical, and you've taken off your makeup and all that, when you get home, what is your personal ritual?
I would have a glass of wine.
Yes, girl. Yes.
What kind of wine?
Kendall Jackson Chardonnay.
Hey.
Yes.
Wow.
New Year's Eve party at Anisha's house.
Send her a box. Yeah.
Or Moet Chandon.
Arnetia, I'll ask you to give your social media handles, but you really don't have any.
Well, I
Facebook.
do have a Facebook, Arnetia Walker.
Do you really want everybody on your
Yes,
Facebook?
you do.
I have a website,
Instagram.
ArnetiaWalker.com.
Go to ArnetiaWalker.com because I'm sure.
Oh, you have a website.
Yes.
Instagram.
Which I created myself.
Really? Oh, I need to see this.
What's your Instagram?
I have
You're
to
gonna
look
get
it
it
up
going.
and tell
You're gonna hook it up tomorrow. Yeah, or tonight. Yeah.
Andrew's going to help us.
You guys, what a treat. Stan, I want you to tell our viewers and listeners what you want the audience to walk away from Yes, Virginia. What thought do you want them to walk away with?
To love our mothers and the people in our lives and come together to find solutions for things and to experience live theater in Los Angeles.
That's a good song.
Yeah, that is a
And
good
thank you for
sign.
bringing good LA theater.
Well, thanks
around.
to
LA
Stephanie,
theater
who's a producer in
yes,
here. And,
we love Stephanie. She's so fabulous, by
I
the way.
know, look at her. She's so...
Teach
her
the
whole
other
look.
producers in LA a thing or two because they're walking
Yes,
around
she
looking
will.
like boo-boo. Okay.
Not this one, yes.
Can we ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, so if you had to do one big famous part in a musical,
Evita.
who would you play?
Evita.
Avita.
Yeah.
No, you have to be male.
Oh,
don't-
well, good
well,
luck.
yeah.
Believe it or not, it would probably be Billy Bigelow in Carousel, even though I would never get cast as that.
No, but it doesn't matter.
But the music and what I think the acting challenge that would be and the storytelling in that music, and it's a difficult musical because it's not the best subject and it's kind of misogynistic, depending how you stage it and how the character is displayed. But I think Billy Bigelow is such a misunderstood, overplayed character. There's nuances and there's hurt to him that we never get to see because it's my boy Bill, blah, blah. And you're like, this person is so
Nice
scared
voice,
to have
Ellie.
a
Yes, really
kid.
voice.
Thank you.
good
But
singer.
Billy
How
is so
about-
scared to have this kid and to be in that situation.
How
and we never
about
get to see that.
Pseudolus?
Oh,
If I get one more Nathan Lane comparison.
love
No,
it.
it's not.
Embrace
It's not a
it. Come
comparison.
on.
It's something you would be
Yeah.
really good at.
Well, thank you. Believe it or not, I enjoy doing drama more than comedy.
But he won't audition for me, just so you know.
It was that one thing because it was a time thing, and Todd
Whatever,
Shea did such a great job.
whatever.
You guys, what a great show. You guys, when you're in LA, come see Yes, Virginia. And another show.
BrownPaperTickets.com at the
Brown
Dory
Paper
Theater,
Tickets.
December 7th through 30th. See these beautiful women. Yes.
Yes.
Buy us a drink.
Yes, many drinks. Kurt, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt.
Are we done?
Yeah. And you're-
Way down south in Alabama, I got a friend they call Dancing Sammy, who's crazy about all the latest dances. Black bottom stomping, two babies prancing. The other night, I had a swell affair. As soon as the boys found out that I was there, they said, "Come on, Ma, let's go to the cabaret." When I got there, you
ought to hear him say, I want to see the dance you call the black bottom. I want to learn that dance. Want to see the dance you call your big black bottom. It puts you in a trance.